My guest tonight is a fellow stand-up comedian and an actor, Gregory Korostishevsky. Gregory?
Hi, Upa.
Where are you from originally?
Well, originally I'm from Ukraine, but at the time I left, it was the Soviet Union.
What year did you come?
I left Ukraine in 1989. Spent time in Italy, in Vienna, and came.
Because you were a refugee.
Refugee.
Yeah. When you're a refugee and you come to America, New Jersey, New York, wherever you come, you don't really start doing stand-up comedy. It's not like the first thing you start doing.
No, really.
So,
not really.
do you want to tell us a little bit how you got into it and what happened? Because that's a very non-traditional way
right,
to go about.
Absolutely. And in New Jersey, I live in New Jersey. There is no many Russians was there,
No,
and I didn't know. But I remember I got a newspaper and I saw like a Yakov Smirnov. I was curious. He was doing stand-up, and I didn't know what the stand-up comedy is. And
right. So I am from Soviet Union as well, and I tell this to my audience, like you need, like where we're from, there's no stand-up.
No stand-up.
Because you need freedom of speech to have stand-up.
Right.
And also I grew up like the version of stand-up what they had would be a middle-aged man standing in the middle of a stage reading off, which is not what
it's a
is
different
stand-up.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah. So I read about him. I was curious, and then I started seeing stand-up comedy, and I thought it will be great to do it. But at the time I didn't speak English.
Okay. So it's kind of hard to do stand-up without it.
I tried once. I couldn't communicate. I couldn't
Okay,
talk.
so what did you do for a living?
I became a teacher. Yeah.
Without English.
Without English, they took me. Yeah, without English, they took
They're
me.
like, it's okay, no stand-up, but to teach you can. Okay. And
So,
what did you teach?
I teach math.
Without English.
Without English. Well, you don't need a lot of English to teach math. You know.
You need some English. But apparently you had enough to teach.
Look, you know how I learned English? There was a neighbor of my in my building.
Okay.
Later on, I learned it was called project building.
Oh, okay. You were the project.
Yeah, project.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Because it was just a nice building.
It was a building. It was better building than Ukraine.
Yes, the whole Ukraine.
So I saw him reading newspaper, and he was like a retired age, and I approached him and said, "Listen, if you come to my place and we sit and talk to 1 hour, I will pay you $5 for that." And he was retired, nothing to do. He came to me every day. He come to me
You would practice your English.
And he was earning $5. What actually pushed me to do stand-up, my wife got a car crash.
Oh.
Yeah, and I kind of felt like I have to do something. Stand-up helped me to involve in doing acting. Actually, I got agents
from stand-up.
From stand-up, right. And at that time for 15 years I was doing commercials.
You did 60 national commercials?
Yeah. Acting always was my passion. I was an actor, professional actor back in
Kiev.
Really? Yeah. I did like 2 years. Before I immigrated, I became a professional actor.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I really just recently started finding out that there were Jews actors.
Jews actor, yeah. There was a hidden Jews actor back in Soviet Union.
Hidden Jews actors, exactly. Hidden Jews actors. Because I tell people like what I do here, it would be impossible for me to do it there.
I had to change my last name, you know that?
No, I didn't. Please tell me about it.
In order to get on stage,
In Russia? In Soviet Union?
In Soviet Union, yeah. Back then I had a name, this name. My last name was Hackman.
That's a very Jewish last name, Hackman.
Yeah, this name wasn't on stage.
Right.
I got married, and I took my wife's name, and I still have it.
Okay, well, you get to a point where it just says.
Yeah. My father-in-law was disappointed back then that I changed my name, but I had a passion for acting.
Right.
I couldn't do anything So when I came here, I wanted to do that. That's
right.
what. And of course, my accent prohibited me to do any kind of
wide range of work.
Yeah,
right.
so some work which require accent. Yeah.
Right.
So.
But in stand-up comedy, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter as long as they understand what I'm talking about. But I made my character slow. I made my character like a dumb, a little bit. That it came like from feeling when I first came here.
Right.
You might not people. When you immigrated and have to make living in this country, you're very vulnerable. And you feel differently than you act. You try to be not vulnerable. You try to be
strong, right.
But inside you're vulnerable. Inside you're feeling so kind of scared, not understanding anything. It's like a handicapped person.